Hello again, YouTube. My name is Bree, and in today's video, I hope you can notice that the quality is significantly improved. I'm very excited. This is my first video I am filming in 4K, and it's long overdue. So I got my camera a few months back, and it does have 4K mode, obviously, but I haven't used it yet because I was worried about space constraints, and I had gotten a larger memory card. And also, Sony cameras have a tendency to overheat and randomly shut off, and I put an audiobook on or music and get really absorbed into painting and what I'm listening to and completely miss when my camera turns itself off. So I figured this video would be more of an experiment on the camera side than on the painting side, so I can really hyper focus on what the camera was doing and monitor its settings. I did cut off a couple times. In one case, I stopped right away. In the other, it was just putting a flat color down on the bushes in the background, so we lose that, but that's okay. It's not much to lose. And I figured if this didn't work, it didn't work, and we lost one video, and I'll try again next weekend. But I figured I would share it. I'm very excited. It's in 4K, and the quality is so much better. I'm very excited about that. I do also have to fix my tripod. It's like I'm touching settings buttons on the camera and it swings forward, so that's not good. Need to tighten something up there too. But yeah, I'll get that all straightened out in time for my next video. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this little sketch. I am working back in my Bockingford Tinted watercolor sketchbook from Spofgh. And this is the green paper. It's really like a subtle gray green, but I mean, I think it's kind of obvious once it's pointed out that's green, that the paper's green. So I tend to do I want to keep kind of a plant theme to the green pages. Currently, I don't know if I'll keep with that. And for this one, like I said, I wanted to keep it simple. I was testing out a bunch of other stuff, and I didn't want to get too involved in a painting and miss the camera issues, or just, I'm a little low energy this week, and that's okay too. So yeah, not overcomplicate things. I also used to do this a lot, and I haven't in a while, with negative painting or negative spaces in paintings, like for clothing. And admittedly, part of it is a lazy thing. It's a whole set of clothing I don't have to render because I don't color it in at all. But it's also kind of just fun to play with in general, because clothing can make some fun shapes. So I did that here, and yeah, it mostly was the lazy reason this case. I did paint the scarf, and I knew I was going to paint it, but I don't like how it came out, and I didn't do what I intended to do, which was my friend Spofgh sent me some dots of some super granulating watercolors, and I'd wanted to try the Volcano Red, which she actually gave me, or Volcano Violet from Schminke, which she actually gave me like a small half pan partway full. So I wanted to try that out on the scarf, and I completely forgot. So, oh well, that's okay. We'll play with those in the future. But yeah, otherwise I'm playing with my Gallo paints because I've not been using them recently, so putting them back into rotation. And then especially with the plants in the background, it just lets me play with some of that really fun granulation, and it shows up a little bit, so just adds a little bit of visual intrigue to a really, really simple background when you're feeling really, really lazy. So yay, granulation. But yeah, just not much to say on this one. I basically, the inspiration from this was I was flipping through, I think, Pexels, and I saw a photo. It was really like orange and like smoky looking, but it was just the character's pose was interesting to me, so I kind of based off of that, but didn't really go for the smoky thing. I thought using that more directly would be in poor taste right now with everything going on, all the fires people are dealing with. So yeah, so I just combined that with my neighbors were having their garden, their backyard. Someone was working on their tree trimming, and I was just kind of watching for a little bit because it was noisy and distracting anyway. And they have really pretty overgrown, it's still overgrown, it's still fun to look at. They just took off a lot of the dead stuff. So yeah, kind of the inspiration for the background there. There was also a big old raccoon that apparently came running out of there, and I missed it, and I'm sad because I wanted to see it, but it didn't come back while I was watching. So that plays into why I was spending so much time staring at my neighbor's yard and was hoping to see the raccoon. But yeah, otherwise, not much to say there. Just mostly playing around with camera settings, and yeah. For my audiobook, I was listening to Station 11, so I was also pretty involved with that story. So yeah, I could have easily missed stuff if I was tuned to the painting too. And that audiobook was incredible. So yeah, long overdue on reading that one. I'd meant to read it a while ago, and then, an actual pandemic happened, so I wasn't really feeling the desire to read a story about a pandemic, but enough time has passed and I really enjoyed that one. So there's that. But yeah, otherwise, not much going on, nothing really big planned. So, I had planned to do something a little bit more involved this week, but instead I spent, most of my week over planning an ATC, which I can't paint on camera because, I could, but I wouldn't be able to share that for a while because that one's not actually going to go out until October, and then who knows how long it'll take for the person to receive it. So I got way too into the idea for that one, and I went through the whole process that I normally don't do. I thumbnailed, and then I did some mock-ups, and I picked something and sketched all out digitally with all its components because I'm getting way too into that one. And then printed out, remembered how small an ATC is, and kind of panicked. And I have it traced on the paper, all taped off, ready for painting. So I'm very committed to that ATC. And not so committed to anything else right now. We'll fix that soon. I haven't started painting it yet, but I'll plan something else. I have all these ideas of things I want to do right now, and not so much time and energy to act on all of them. So we'll fix that. I have a couple ideas. I have some sketchbooks I haven't opened, which I know I don't need to start a new sketchbook. I have 5 sketchbooks going on right now. But I kind of want to start one that's more for fan art, just to have that in a separate place and play around. Especially, I really want to do more book fan art. I want to do more Brandon Sanderson stuff. I want to do Robin Hobb. I love books, and I want to, and I like trying to make how I visualize the characters on paper. So I want to challenge myself to do more of that because I do like it, and it is a challenge. So maybe we'll see. And then, I don't know, I want to take on some more oil painting and some larger pieces. I have larger pieces of paper that I want to dig into. So in time, we'll get to all that. In the meantime, watch as this red dries from super vibrant down to very dull. Red, how red dries is just fascinating to me because you think something is so loud and then it just calms down so much on the paper. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I just distracted myself with literally watching paint dry, and I am going to go rest now. Get ready for my work week. So I hope you're all doing well and taking care of yourselves, and hope you like the 4K quality. Hope that's a benefit to not having something that exciting this week, but that's okay. We'll do something more in the future. In the meantime, yeah, hope you're doing well, taking care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in a future video. Bye now.